4 minutes early, the Queen is not going to be very happy with you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't say sorry to me. I don't mind. I have no life. Him, he's very busy all the time.
I did not look at the Queen's clock before I looked at my clock.
There's regular clock and then there's Queen Standard Time. You always check Queen Standard Time before you send the Zoom link.
Queen Standard Time, you're always a bitch tits.
You have to say it like in a British accent.
Always a bitch tits.
Thank you.
A quarter late and a bitch tits early. Suck my dick, click clack, motherfucker.
Before I throw these thy bullets.
Yeah. You know, I always think it doesn't really come up in thought until right before I hit accept on the invite of what kind of mood the Queen's going to be in that day.
Oh, he's fucked up. I guarantee he's fucked up today.
I always kind of forget we're dealing with a volatile asshole constantly until right before I have to deal with him.
Just get a picture of Leslie Chow, put it right near your computer so then you can see it and be like, this is who I'm dealing with right now.
The more he talks, the more I get it.
See?
I'm excited. I'm excited to get back into that and edit that show and release it. I guess we'll do it this Sunday. We won't wait. We'll push the
Sunday.
Wrestling.
No, the wrestling was perfect because WrestleMania is this weekend. So
okay. Well, that shows you how much I fucking know.
That's all right. It's all right, baby. No worries. Do you think he's gonna be late? How dare he? I will show up 5 minutes late now.
The Queen does what the Queen does.
Now, I know we have funds for the show. Do we have $9.99? Because this Paige Van Zandt thing, she keeps showing her fucking ass all over Instagram. And
yeah,
it's
man.
just,
send the receipt.
Yeah, just all I gotta do is send the receipt.
Send the receipt.
I don't want to share the password with you though.
That's fine.
Lonely man.
That's fine. You know what? Save your money. Send the receipt. Do what you got to do with that with those extra dollars. And the NHL pass, it's a freebie too. Just you, Paige, and whatever extra money you need for the supplies that you need to be happy. That's all I'm concerned about.
Thank you so much. That's all I ever asked. I just want to be happy.
Oh,
you might
quiet.
What's up, bitch tits? I've been outside smoking cigars and reading a book, pretending to at least.
I think the biggest ongoing lie in show history is that Bill reads. He says it way too much.
Way too much.
True.
Yeah.
We read all the time. Fuck off. I don't understand why that's so shocking to you.
Look at you.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll tell you, though, I had this conversation the other day. Like, I
Hold
fucking
on.
hate,
You know what I actually like about Bill? We give him shit for being old all the time, but the way that he starts sentences is so fucking old. I'll tell you though. I'm just saying. I gotta tell you. I'll tell you though. That's what the way my grandfather would tell me how big of a puss I was. So anyway,
well, that's what I was getting at. But no,
it makes sense. Makes sense.
How we doing today, boys?
Very good, Billiam. Yourself?
It's going good. It's going good. Ray, can I read you something real quickly?
Oh, by all means.
The Queen graced us with a blog today.
No fucking way.
Yeah, it's good. It was good. Here's it was actually.
Did he do it or did he send you like a?
No, he did it.
Okay.
I looked it over. I gave it the final edit as editor in chief.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the title: MLB can fuck off with the 10-day DL, all in caps. I didn't change the caps.
It was on purpose. I was capping.
There's a couple good lines. I like the energy. It starts off. Can we go back to the 15 DL? Can we also go back to calling the term DL? IL sounds like an STD I gave Ray's mom last night. That's how the thing starts. So I was like, wow, that's strong. This is good. And he goes on to say, he's not a fan, every minor ache and pain, these pussy baseball players got to get on the 10-day IL or DL. It's kind of horseshit. I'm like, he kind of gets a point. It is baseball. He's really, really giving these guys the biscuit here. And then I got to the meat of it. And then I got to what really
I'm so bad today. This is the reason.
This is now, Ray, you could guess where this is going to go if you took a second, but I'll just tell you. Third paragraph. I am in an auction fantasy baseball league and I have to pay for every fucking move I make. Every fucking one. So this isn't coming from the love of the game of Billy Baseball. This is coming purely from a fantasy football, fantasy baseball loser. So whatever. And then at the bottom, very, very coincidentally, of what we just started talking about before the Queen showed up, it's Leslie Chow giving the jerk off motion from Hangover. So there you go.
Comes together. All comes full circle.
It's all gravy, baby.
All comes full circle, baby.
Care to comment, Billy?
Oh, I was very angry today.
This is the Simple Mind Sports Show.
COVID
Wednesday
DL
edition.
bullshit. Ugh.
Welcome, September. September. Fuck me.
Oh, wow, boy.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's a bad one.
We just time traveled through summer.
I don't know. It's Yom
Yom Kippur.
Yom Hashau.
Oh.
Begins at sundown. So,
It's
shalom.
September.
Welcome to the show. Yeah, no, it says April. I don't know why it says that. I don't know why I'm so bad at dates. I'm looking right at the calendar. Right at it. There's
Maybe you need a better
picture of the
calendar.
sun.
Oh, see, that's wrong.
My
Paige
mom gave
Van-
it to me. You watch your tongue.
Paige Van Zant must have a calendar. I'll buy you one.
You know who should do calendars?
Listen.
And this isn't counting us. We still owe the listeners a 16-month calendar of all of Billy Badward's
Yes.
characters.
Yes.
We're on that. White Birch Brewing should do a calendar because they got way more than 16 months worth of beers that they can show off. They got IPAs and sours out the ass right now. It's that type of season. You can catch it in the stores. You can catch it at the tap room. Head on down to Nashua, New Hampshire. Ray, address, please.
460 Amherst Street.
Get yourself some pints. Get yourself some flights. Get yourself a hat. Oh,
Don't buy one for your friends.
and don't wear it if you're sponsored by the
I don't know
program
where
on
it
the
is.
show.
I gotta find it. I'm sorry.
And if you see it in the stores, get yourself a 4-pack, get yourself a 6-pack. The IPAs are on point right this time of year. So White Birch Brewing, tell them the Simple Minds boys.
This
sent
is
you.
literally the best time of the year. Can I mention that?
It's a
love
good-
this time of year. It's the
it-
best fucking time.
I don't know what it was a beautiful day today. I was just spending a little time outside. I'm sure it's relatively nice up there too. We
Hit 60.
There
Yeah,
you
I
go.
spent most of the day outside too. It was gorgeous, ripping some gars,
reading.
doing
Reading.
some reading outside. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Where's Waldo?
I'm reading this book on American spies. It's awesome.
Cool, man. This time of year gets us all kinds of sports. The turnaround on the seasons. We got 3 games tonight. We got 3 games in action. We got Celtics, Bruins, and Red Sox in action. And we actually have fans at the Garden and in Fenway. Limited as it is, it seems a little bit back to normal. It's this would be a good night on a regular year, but I would say this: if every team didn't have a 50-50 chance of ripping our hearts out tonight, I'd be really, really excited.
Yeah, me too, for sure. I mean, every team, Bruins, coming off 3-2 loss against Philly with a rookie goalie starting. Who's playing? The Pelicans?
76ers.
76ers. Oh,
And
well,
Evan Fournier's not playing, so
so
that's a
so
loss.
that's a loss. So,
Yep.
and then the Red Sox are going to get smoked by Tyler Glass now tonight. So I don't know.
Over 3.
Think
It
about-
fucking ruined my night just thinking about it.
Think about how like the low bar. If all 3 of these teams win, like my level of excitement will be there. I'll be happy that they all
Yeah.
won, but it's not like because there's so much doubt with these teams. I'm not going to be through the roof ecstatic, but when they all lose, I'm going to want to fucking jump
Cancel
out a window.
everything.
Who
Cancel
has the-
it all.
Who has the easiest chance to win tonight?
It's got to be the Bruins.
Bruins. Yeah, I think Bruins. too.
Even,
It has
but
to
they
be.
got Swayman and goals.
Yeah, dude. 8-1
we
in
like him, but
Providence
he's
right
a-
now.
Who's pitching for Boston tonight?
Martin Perez.
Wow.
So I expect 5 innings, 100 pitches, 4 runs, and Tyler Glass now versus with the Red Sox line. I mean, they heated up a little bit last night. JD Drew and fucking Xander are hitting the cover off the ball right now, so they might have a shot. But
Embiid's about
Bruins
to go
all the
for
way.
50, 22, and 12. So
Yeah, so Bruins all the way.
come on,
on, Bruins!
Pasternak. Which is why we're not going to start with any of those shitbag teams. We're going to start football. And the quarterback carousel continues to move around the NFL. Bill looked at me like he didn't know what the fuck we were talking about. Clearly
didn't-
has
he
not
didn't
read the
read-
email.
I did read the email.
He's doing it right now, bitch
Whoa,
tits.
football. Sam Darnold over the weekend
Oh,
traded
yes,
to
fuck
the
off.
Carolina Panthers. Not that much of a haul. You got a 6th rounder this year, and you got a 4th and a 2nd rounder next year from the New York Jets, who drafted, let us remind everyone, Sam Darnold 3rd overall just 3 seasons ago, right? 3 or 4 seasons ago.
This is year 4 because they have to decide if they're going to pick up the option for next year. Carolina.
I mean, I
You
love
don't have
that.
to.
I love that it's not even mentioned in the story because the Jets are so bad that like they fucking ruin everything. That the fact that you drafted a quarterback 3rd overall and had to trade him for peanuts and are now drafting again 2nd overall is not even really a story with the
Dude,
New York
have you
Jets.
seen their first
It's
round
just
draft
like,
picks?
what are they going to do now with Teddy Bridgewater?
Have you seen their first round draft picks of the Jets that they've traded away or that not on the
They're all
roster?
gone since
I think
2013.
2010, I think even.
Oh, was it 2010? Oh yeah, 2010 to
Dude,
18.
Jamal Adams gone, Leonard Williams gone. Now you got fucking him gone. You drafted another guy, Bird. That all these guys are fucking like the Jets are just the most
Dumpster fire organization.
dumpster fire run organization in the history of the NFL. If it wasn't for the Cleveland Browns, so I mean, it's just like, dude,
They're making a run at the Browns.
Yeah, but I'll tell you though, that's a good move for Carolina. I actually really like Sam Darnold. I think the Patriots should have been in on that, but I like him. I just think.
No. Sorry, it's just I'll tell you though. I gotta.
Fuck. Now I gotta switch up my words now.
Now I got. I'm thinking. No, sorry, Bill. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead with Carolina.
But a 6th, a 2nd, and a 3rd or a 4th.
Fourth.
Next year.
I mean, that's bargain. You know, you look at Carson Wentz, who got a 2nd and a conditional 1st, basically. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That should have been. You should have got a 1st for Darnold just for the quarterback market out right now. So I mean, that's going to lessen Teddy Bridgewater's value for sure too if they want to think about moving on for him. Because
They're letting him pick his destination right now.
Yeah, and it's only going to cost $10 million against their cap on a dead hit, but if they cut him, it's $23 million or something. It's
so that's why they want to trade him.
Yeah, he's due $23 million. If they cut him, the dead cap's 20, and if he's traded, it's $10 million.
They're also letting him say if he wants to stay and be the backup, he can.
You got some good offensive minds there, Matt Rule, and I forget the other guy's name they have there, the offensive coordinator. But I mean, Matt Rule and Baylor was disgusting, and I think, you think back to even Sam Darnold at USC, there was the same kind of offense that they ran, that college spread pro offense, and Matt Rule, he's got a quarterback who can do it. Because Sam Darnold's pretty accurate when he's, you can protect him. The Jets did nothing to protect him at all. I mean, you saw the Patriots, he's seeing ghosts. Give him a fucking. It sucks that it's a third, basically third offensive system you've been in now.
Yeah.
In the last 3-4 years of your career. I mean, Adam Gase was terrible, ruined his development. I mean, maybe Matt Rule can, get it. He's only 23 years old. So, I mean, you hit on this, dude. This is him and McCaffrey going long term. You got some good wide receivers there, too. That's a good move for Carolina.
DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson. You're tight end away from making a legit lineup for that team, yeah.
Don't forget now you have flexibility. You can move your 8th pick, or you can go out and get a fucking another wide receiver.
Or go get Kyle Pitts from freaking Florida.
Yeah, I mean, you could get him, or you have 2 LSU guy, and there's 2 fucking
Chase,
the Devontae Smith too.
Yep.
I mean, that's all good, but I think that you're automatically assuming that Sam Darnold is going to be good. And don't get me wrong, I'm leaning that way just because the Jets stink, and you're drafted 3rd overall. You should be better than what you show with the Jets, but there's no guaranteeing that he's going to be good. We've seen quarterbacks go to organizations like this and never be the same again. I mean, he might just be done. You might be fried. Like, I don't know.
Could be, but it's a good investment.
Maybe not. I mean, you're giving up on Teddy Bridgewater, who you gave $20 million last year, who's a average to below average quarterback that sure you need to upgrade on, but there's no guarantee that it's going to be Sam Darnold. I think there's as good a chance if you trade Teddy Bridgewater that you are worse this year as the Carolina Panthers with Sam Darnold a quarterback as you are better. He's an absolute unknown. He should be considered an absolute unknown. So the idea of letting Teddy Bridgewater kind of choose what he wants to do has to be from Bridgewater's agent. Like, I'm not playing backup. I'm going to be pissed and I'm going to make this hell. Because if you're Carolina Panthers, why are you getting rid of Bridgewater? He's owed 23. What's Darnold owed? Something got to be around 10 or something as a 3rd round pick. Like in real money, probably very little. So
I don't think he even has that much guaranteed money on his deal. I think it was paid mostly up front, all those big deals. Actually, I take it back because all those deals are usually guaranteed for the top 3 picks.
And isn't Bridgewater going to be a backup basically wherever he's traded to at this point anyway? What teams are out there are going to upgrade with Teddy Bridgewater other than... So let's lead to the question. Do the Patriots take him? Should they take him? Should they make a move for him?
I mean, yeah, because Stidham and Cam right now, I mean, you haven't brought back Brian Hoyer. I think it's worth. You're just surrounding him with offensive talent now, and I just think he's a more accurate Cam Newton at this point. He can run, he can sit in the pocket, he can do everything Cam Newton do, but he could throw. So I mean, if you can get him for cheap, you're going to try to dump. Carolina's going to try to dump him. They've been trying to get rid of him. There was talk of this week 6 last year, week 7.
It's like crazy.
So
I guess
they had buyer's remorse right away, and they let Kyle Allen go, who I thought had a good little run there with Carolina under Ron Rivera, too. And then you hitch your wagons to this guy. You paid him some pretty decent money, and now you're trying to dump him after 16 games. It's just
either way, from a Patriots perspective, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't think they're going to move him unless they plan on blowing Cam out, and I don't think they're going to do that because you're not going to have Cam Newton, Teddy Bridgewater on the same roster, or I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty crazy offseason for the Patriots. It doesn't sound like something that they would do, Raymond. Although at this point, you're going to have both of them for dirt cheap.
Yes.
So.
Yes, because if you do get traded, Carolina pays him the $10 million. You don't have to pay him a dime. So this is a Bill Belichick blueprint, getting a quarterback that he doesn't have to pay a dime for. Yeah, he would do it, but I don't think he's going to. I think it's Garoppolo or bust for right now for anyone else in the system. I don't think they're going to make a trade for Carolina. It's San Francisco or nothing. That's all it is.
I'm less sold on Garoppolo being traded by San Francisco, especially, look at the draft. If they take Lyles or Fields, Jimmy's there, but if they go Mac Jones, I could see Jimmy gone. But I mean, if
they're saying Mac Jones, sorry to interrupt you, but Schefter already came out today and said Mac Jones is the guy at 3.
Yeah, that was just crazy fucking high.
But because didn't he grade out as like a second or third round pick?
He started late first, early second, and then moved up after national championship game. But if you think about Bridgewater and Cam, they're the same type of quarterback. Jarrett Stidham, Cam Newton, not the same kind of quarterback. So I think if you go, something happens to Cam, and you go to Jarrett Stidham, then you're thinking about switching your offense up a little bit, because you got more of a thrower. If you think about you trying to run the same offense, the same fluid motion with Bridgewater back there, I mean, so you saw it a little bit with
maybe. Here's the bottom line for me, and just
shit.
Quickly, production note. Bill, can you turn your mic up, and Ray, turn your mic down? Both just a touch, either way. Here's
better.
Yeah.
All right.
Here's the bottom line for the Patriots quarterback position. There is no plan. They're fucked.
They're winging it.
I think it's Justin Fields now, though. I honestly think Justin Fields is the guy, because if Mac Jones.
Hold on, Ray. Give me your best case scenario for the New England Patriots heading into the draft around the quarterback position or the draft in general.
For quarterback wise, I think
you think Justin Fields is there. So give me the best case scenario in your mind walking into the draft for the Patriots quarterback position.
Yeah, I think it's Justin Fields, because the first 3 are gone. It's going to be Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, and then Mac Jones, as they're predicting. I think Trey Lance falls to a Denver, or someone comes up, trades up. Maybe Atlanta falls back and takes him as a project for Matt Ryan, and then staying at 15, I think the Patriots could take Justin Fields.
Yeah,
if Justin Fields falls to 15, it'll be hard for the Patriots not to take him.
And on piggybacking on your
pick, I guarantee it.
And on piggybacking on your thing, wouldn't you want Justin Fields more than Mac Jones? Mac Jones is a pocket passer. Cam Newton, they designed this offense around Cam Newton last year and this year. Justin Fields can play that position at quarterback.
No, because you know why not? Because
hold on, they didn't design the offense around.
No, and just think you're running back to that 2 tight end set that you ran with Brady. You want a pocket quarterback. You think about Trent Brown, is a very good pass blocker on the left tackle or right tackle. You think about it. You saw Zolak come in and say they're not building. You didn't bring Trent Brown in here to run block. You know what I mean? So I mean that's a quarterback they want. I think Mac Jones falls at 15. You're taking Mac Jones, but I think Justin Fields falls there. You're going to see someone come in from the high, mid 20s to 30 and swoop in. I guarantee Bill trades that pick. I don't think they're as high in Justin Fields as neither am I. I think he's one of those guys. He's like last in, first out kind of guy. You've seen his work ethic question a lot. And
so, Bill, 2 questions for you. Do you think that the Patriots are looking for? So we know the report that circulated. I think it was earlier in this offseason, or maybe it was last year, from Cleveland Browns when Bill Belichick was looking for a quarterback. It listed all the things that he was looking for. Right? It was accuracy, quick decision making, quick getting the ball out. None of it really had to do with athleticism. Of course, the game has changed. Pretty much every quarterback coming out has athleticism. Even Mac Jones has more athleticism than your traditional pocket pass.
You see that body? No,
The body's not. The body is what it is. But he still ran like a 4-something fucking 40. Like Brady's running 7-something 40s, and Matt Ryan. You know what I mean. The traditional pocket passer in the NFL doesn't really exist anymore, except for the Kyle Trask kid in Florida, maybe who's like 6'9", nice. My point is, my question is, I guess, do you think the Patriots are actually looking for someone that mold in their system? Are they looking for someone different? We know that Josh McDaniels was high on Lamar Jackson and likes the running quarterback. Or are they just looking for the best value and will shoehorn in whoever the hell comes to them? Do they think they're good enough to coach whoever that falls to their liking and position to fit their system?
Yeah, I think it's more of the last one. They're going to try to mold a guy. I just think you think of Jimmy Garoppolo late, in the second round. I think that's where your path to your quarterback is this year. You're going to look for that A&M kid's kind of sliding up the draft board right now, mid to
Wake Forest kid too, right?
Wake Forest kid too. So I mean, you're looking at those guys you can mold. You can get Cam here as much as we don't want him here. At least you can sit this guy for a year. You sat Garoppolo for 2 years, and he played 1.5 games his third year.
Well, Tom Brady was in front of him. I mean, you're gonna sit him.
I know, but I'm just saying. But you have the luxury. I fucking shitbox Honda and Cam Newton.
Hey, Honda's gonna last forever. How dare you?
Anyways, you have that for 1 year. So if you get your second round quarterback, that's a guy who's going to sit for at least a year. I think that's the guy you're going to sit, you're going to bring in, you're going to mold. I don't think they're going to go.
So let me ask you a question then. Now. What if you take Justin Fields gets drafted by Denver, Trey Lance falls to 15? Do you think the Patriots take him over?
I don't think they take either of them. Truthfully,
I'll tell you where I've landed on all of this. I don't want the Patriots drafting a quarterback at 15.
I'm not.
And I also don't want them trading up anywhere outside of the top 4 to get a quarterback. And if trading up with Atlanta at 4 means giving a resemblance of what the 49ers had to do to get up to 3, I'm not doing that either. Honestly, I'm not. If you look at the track record of first round quarterbacks, it's not great. Like there's people kind of get crazy around this time of year thinking that you get a quarterback in the first round, he's going to be awesome. We just spent 10 minutes talking about how bad Sam Darnold is. So, and the list of failures from first round quarterbacks is long. Now, I understand the circumstances around this. Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels are great coaches. The Patriots are a great organization. Generally, these guys go into bad spots and bad organizations. All that being true, at 15, that guy's slipping for a reason. And at 15, it's too high to take a flyer on like a Jordan Love or an Aaron Rodgers kind of slip, right? Those guys got picked in the mid 20s or so,
yeah,
which is not, you're not sacrificing, right? Like that's fucking N'Keal Harry territory. So you're not at 15, first half of the draft. We were texting about this the other day. That guy better be a starter and he better impact it in my opinion.
Away. That's why you think they've been linked to Micah Parsons right away. And he's like a better Jamie Collins, but again, he's going to be a project. It's going to guy that's going to get limited playing time. You think about all these.
Hold on, I don't want to get in the weeds about Micah Parsons or whoever they might pick at 15.
What I'm just saying is he's not going to be a starter. You could get a left tackle who come in and start right away. You could get a wide receiver who come in and start right away.
Hold on, Bill. You're Billy Rambles. You're falling into the weeds again with the draft talk. There's a billion fucking college football players. They're looking at 2 of the ends from Florida. They're looking at guys from Alabama. There are plenty of guys that you and I have probably never heard of that Bill Belichick might think could be a starter. And his track record high in the draft, getting defensive guys is excellent. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to the draft and what they're doing at quarterback, perfect scenario for me is draft someone at 15. If that's defense or another stud tight end, I wouldn't even mind backing up. If Pitts falls,
came there, jump all
no
over.
Fucking way he's falling that far, yeah.
So, and then trade back up into the first round and get your guy. If that's Kellen Mond or if that's the guy from Stanford, wherever you've identified, Patriots, as your guy, don't wait. Don't play the value game. Get him. And trade back up in the late first and get him, or early second and get him. And then dump whatever other second round pick or other transactional second round to first round pick you need to get fucking Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, you have 10 draft picks.
Go do it. Just go spend the capital on the quarterback and don't trade up and get lost in all of that early first round quarterback minutia bullshit. This kid's going to come in there and and the reason I say trade up in the first round, get it, because Bill, we've talked about, you get that extra 5th year on the rookie quarterback that they missed on Garoppolo and has like hindsight has sent this.
Think about that. Damian
fucking organization down this path of not having a quarterback because of you could circle all the way back to not having a 5th-year option on Garoppolo. Imagine if.
Yeah.
That's
real quick though,
that's
Mac
my
Jones.
final
If
thoughts
Mac
on it.
Jones falls, and I know he won't, I think the Patriots. That's a guy, but they're not going to pay the price. But if he was there in a mandatory world at 15, I think they would take him. I think in early predictions at him at 15, the Pats probably would have sat there and said, okay, the talent's there. I'm going to grab him, but I can't believe he's all the way up to 3. That's mind-boggling to me.
It's going to be wild.
Truthfully.
A lot of quarterbacks. All right. We went real long on football talk, which is fine. Continuing quickly on football talk, I just want to touch on this. I'm sure you guys saw it on social media. I don't know if you saw it live. Aaron Rodgers, host Jeopardy, gets burned by the contestant. He is not very great. And he didn't have the mustache. Like, that guy rocked the mustache for like 2 years, and he doesn't.
Always rocks the mustache at the beginning of the season. He didn't have it.
Doesn't come in and pay
blasphemy.
tribute.
Yeah, blasphemy.
What a prick. All right. Any thoughts on that, Bill?
Yeah, I thought it was fucking hilarious. He gave a pretty good answer. Good for him, but he sucks as a host. It's terrible.
He says he wants to do both. He says he wants to
good
play
luck.
football
No
and be a
fucking
host
way.
of Jeopardy.
No fucking way. Good luck.
Just quit, dude. Just quit.
Or
Quit
come to the
football.
Patriots. Or
We
come
need
to
the
the
guy
Patriots.
from Reading Rainbow. Put that motherfucker on there and let's go.
LeVar Burton.
Yeah, there we go. What's he
Brody?
doing? Probably nothing since then.
Didn't he?
Just
Was
get
he
him
a part of the
fucking back
Book
on
It?
there.
Was he part of Book It?
Yeah, he's actually, Anyway, moving on. Hey, Red Sox win. I'm back on the train. Let's go. I'm not.
Today's Wednesday, so they probably lost last night, so therefore you're back off the train.
Yeah, they got their shit pushed in by Glass now. And to me, it was a classic Red Sox win. Like, Pivetta looked pretty good. What do you go, 5 innings and a shit ton of pitches? But they scored a lot of runs. They scored a lot of runs early, then a lot of runs late. They were stacking runs. Their relief pitching looked iffy. I mean,
he was terrible.
Darwin's and Hernandez or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
He gave up. He walked a bunch of guys. It looked a little shaky there for a second. I just need to see them win good game, like a good win, multiple times in a row, or at least a few consecutive times to give me a competitive product.
Yeah, and then this is for Pivetta, 97 pitches. I think he gave up 2 hits in the 5th. But that was the first 2 hits. He gave up 4 walks. You've seen now that's 3, basically a full cycle through the rotation. Now you've seen at least 3 good starts. Pivetta, Houck, and Evaldi did okay. So I mean, it's something. I mean, but again,
it's April still. It's still cold up here.
April, yeah.
11
runs on that like that. Ugh. Nah, it's not that exciting. It's not exciting.
Didn't move it for you, Bill?
No.
No, all right.
No, dude, it's like you're just tacking on.
I was just asking.
You're just tacking on after that shit. Once it's like 6-7 to 2. It was actually 7-0 at some point, and then they scored a couple runs, and it's like, all right, this game's
the Rays
over.
stopped playing.
They stopped playing.
They just gave it in. They gave it. Yeah. So I'm not. We were out on them after the first series. I think most of New England was out on them after getting swept by the Orioles. It's going to take a lot. They're going to have to do a lot to bring back most of the fans, and that, I mean, it was nice to see a win. They're not going to lose 162 of them. So
no, but I get the first.
No,
5
but 161 still in the play.
Still in play.
The first 5 innings though, did have some good hitting. When it was like 5-0.
Shut up, Bill. Let's move on to the rest of.
Thank you.
Give me enough. It's fucking enough, Billy Baseball. Positivity on the Red Sox. 1-3. Jesus Christ. Let me just give you some headlines from the MLB, and you give me your thoughts on whatever you want to talk about. I saw this. I don't know if you guys saw the highlights of this, but fans are actually throwing like inflatable trash cans on the field in Houston.
It's awesome.
I'm gonna throw a real trash can too.
Did they? I saw the inflatable one. And then just not far away, the Texans had a completely full stadium, brand new stadium. How many does that hold? 60,000+ people?
No, 40. They had 38,000 there.
Simple Minds, it's the same.
That's a lot of people still. Either way.
Absolutely
it was incredible.
Insane to see.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking dumb. It's dumb because they're only doing it once. And it's just a money grab.
Yeah, it's Texas.
Fun fact, the UFC's having a live event there in Houston, sold out in 10 minutes, full stadium.
Nice.
Inside.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to get into COVID talk again. We've been doing that a lot, but the MLB is just painting themselves into corners politically that I don't see them getting out of. They're just like, so now the All-Star games in Colorado, which is as neutral a political state as you can find, leaning a little bit conservative after they got bullied by the conservative crowd for leaving Atlanta. Although all those people still showed up in Texas, even though the governor didn't show up. So I don't know how much.
Yeah, you
the
refused to throw the first pitch.
I love
is
those
doing.
like boycott this, boycott that. Yeah,
Yeah,
no one's had
one's
live
fucking-
sports in fucking a year. That shit went right out the fucking window. Get out of here. I've never
Never
seen
happened.
the fucking sport get praised and blasted by the media in like the same sentence. Oh, they're praised for this, and then they're fucking harping on Texas, the Rangers.
Don't
having
you
a full
just
stadium. I don't-
love that it's the incompetence of Rob Manfred and baseball that have put
They're
themselves in the
fucking
middle
idiots.
of the biggest polarized country
Polarization?
it's the most polarized we've ever been in baseball. Directed themselves right in the fucking
Yep.
middle of it. The
Look at us,
first week
boys
of
and
the
girls.
season.
Look at
Just
us.
They can't get out of their own way. It's
You-
unbelievable.
Think about the NFL. I think the NFL even capped. They even said like if your state allows your full stadiums, like you can
Florida.
only have so much. Like the NFL said, this is what
Yeah,
you can
the
have.
Super Bowl had 28,000 people.
Which in Florida you could have filled up the whole stadium.
Yeah,
Yep.
Florida. Yeah, Bill Ray, you just said it. University of Florida did it, and
Yeah.
everyone
Everyone
got
got
COVID.
COVID. They're just saying, never mind.
It's
This is
so-
fucking,
it's so
insane.
unbelievable.
It's hilarious though. I love it. I love seeing a packed crowd for baseball. I think it's the most exciting crowds and shit. It's awesome.
It was fun, and it's great seeing Houston.
That's the
finally
most
get
exciting
booed.
crowd you can see is baseball.
Especially a nice pitcher's duel late in the game, big strikeouts.
that
big
crowd in
hits.
Texas
Dude,
was
it's
insane.
Dude, it's incredible, Ray. If you're at a huge, like you don't like baseball, but if you're at a fucking real,
I love baseball, Bill.
playoff games that are tight, dude, they're fucking sick to go to.
Sick, bro.
Your boy, your second overall pick in the MLB $10,000 10-year draft, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Oh, no
dislocated
bueno.
his shoulder.
Could be 6
Uh,
months,
Is this going to be the worst contract in MLB history?
Yep.
dude. Did you? I never. He has this injury from time to time, and the severity of this one is 6 months. I
Guys that
basically had the
dislocate
same
their
thing.
shoulder?
Yeah,
Yeah.
me. You're looking at the fucking same person right now that Tatis is. that I've
Don't
been
tell
dealing
him
with this
that.
shit
Don't tell Fernando
forever.
Tatis that.
I can't even lift my fucking arm over my head. Good luck, Fernando Tatis.
You see him? It looked like he got
fucking
shot.
luck.
Looked like he got
Oh
shot.
my
when he
God, yeah, I watched it.
swung. Yeah.
Oh, it's disgusting. Good
And
luck.
it's
course
not
you
the
do.
only injury deal. He's had a few
He's-
injuries in his
every
in
year,
his
every
very
year.
short young career. Whoo, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, and it's guaranteed in baseball. He has the opt-outs. The team doesn't.
Yep.
So, we'll see.
Padre for life.
Good luck.
And then lastly on the baseball here, Nick Castellanos
I
out
love
of the
this
Love
dude.
it.
Cincinnati
Love it.
Reds.
New favorite
You've
player.
never heard of Castellanos. A lot of baseball fans have probably never heard of the Reds. They play in Cincinnati. This guy gets suspended 2 games from the MLB for I don't know,
Flexing. He was
flexing on the pitcher. That's all he did.
Again, the
you see him
fucking
pimp a home
Major
run
League
last night,
Baseball
though?
team.
So he appealed his suspension. He pimped a home run last night. He was screaming in his own dugout, running up the fucking side, first baseline. Dude, I love this guy. He was nasty when he was in Detroit. Oh, this guy's disgusting.
Love
I
it.
love this. I love
need
it.
more of
He
it.
basically came out and said, "This is what you're going to see out of me. We're a fun mashing team or some bullshit like this." So you're going to see a lot of this shit out. Yeah, good. Baseball needs to get fun again, and this is the shit that draws the younger crowd in. This is what think about the NBA, flexing on guys when you dunked on all that other shit, showboating. Why can't baseball do it? Unwritten rules. Suck my dick.
Well, the thought was the thought had something to do with COVID, similar to Joe Kelly last year. They're tried to dissuade the bench killing brawls. But I don't know if you saw, Manfred, there were 60,000 people at Texas Stadium last night. So fuck you and your COVID protocols.
And
and
they're all
whatever
tested
else.
pre-game. They all passed the fucking test. Shut up. Just let 'em fight.
Except for the
Just let 'em
except for the
fight.
Dodgers in the World Series last year when you got to
They
take
just
Turner out.
can't.
of
They
the-
just can't get out of their own way. And instead of fixing the game, they suspend Nick Castellanos, and then they make the Red Sox play in fucking lemon drop jerseys because they want to collect. They want to make
Make
the
money.
game more fun and get more fans that are not. Are you like? Jesus Christ! Where's Ken Griffey Jr.? Where's Theo Epstein?
Come on, guys. I love you both. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Oh, those yellow jerseys, though. Am I the only one that hates the fucking Boston Marathon and can give 2 giant fucks about it? It's so goddamn overrated.
I know why. I know why.
Fucking hate it.
Raymond?
Go ahead.
Is it because you're dink toed and you wouldn't be able to last more than 3 miles?
That
I
and the smoking.
Walk 5 miles today, you fuck.
Oh, the concrete jungle where dreams are made of.
He is getting those like old man kind of like saggy muscles like around.
Yeah.
I am
Uh,
losing weight. It's because I've been losing weight. So
The-
I just look saggy.
The marathon color.
Just like your mother's tits.
Yeah, fuck it.
We'll let that
The-
fly. Yeah.
The Marathon colors are so in the
Ugly.
617 patch. Never mind the ugly. It's so contrived.
It looks like
I
a
would
bobby
be
pin.
if I
And
was
they're not running the fucking marathon till October. Let's not forget that.
and they're
We're
not
in
wearing
October. Oh wait, you're not gonna make the fucking playoffs.
and
Oh, I
Bill,
hate
they're
this.
not wearing the jerseys on Patriots Day. They're not wearing them on Marathon Day.
Just the
They're wearing them
weekend.
for Patriots Day weekend, which isn't a thing. So fuck baseball, fuck Nike, this cash grab, contrived bullshit. And they're not even they're ugly. They're
Wicked ugly.
They look like cheap knockoff shit that you would find from you get in Wuhan. That Ray gets from Wuhan.
Hey, how dare you? Don't.
I just
My
They're
guys
disgusting.
listening, don't listen to Rich. She doesn't mean that.
They're
Keep making
baseball
my
is
stuff.
so easy to hate. It's ridiculous. It's just too easy.
It's just to make money. That's all it is. Because you got these
Ugh,
diehard fans that are going to go out and buy it.
gross.
That's all it is.
They're not even diehard fans. They're just assholes.
They got to get something to bring them pink hats back.
And Bill,
in
you
this
can't say you
fucking
hate the
dumpster
marathon
fire.
anymore because the marathon bombing. Just marathon runners. You just hate marathon runners.
No, I respect the shit out of the marathon bombing and tragedy, but marathon in general, fuck the shit. I hate it. It's so overrated.
It's just a drinking event on Patriots Day. Like
Yeah,
people
but
don't
it's a
understand.
bunch of like overrated. It's like amateur hour with a bunch of fucking college kids that I want to punch half of them in the fucking.
So
face.
this is not a holiday for
Ugh.
you.
He's
Huh?
just never gotten it off, so he's.
Oh,
I can?
okay.
Oh, I'm gonna be off. I can be though.
This might change his whole tune.
Maybe
all right.
that's probably why I've never experienced the atmosphere. But I've drank at a Patriots game. That's good enough for me. It's better than fucking
No, there's
watching a
nothing
bunch
like
of
shitting on something you have no idea about. But it's a beautiful segue, Bill,
oh,
from
cool. It's a bunch
college
of idiots
kids
running around
to
Fuck that.
NCAA championship game. Only game I watched the whole thing of the entire tournament.
Good
What
for
a
you.
What a mistake. Baylor-
Boring.
Baylor blew them out. Gonzaga
Yep.
shit down their shorts. They played like garbage. They played so bad. 30-0. Suck my dick, as Bill would say. They played
Right.
fucking terrible. Baylor took it to them. Anyone,
First
anything to say on
undefeated-
that? I mean, this is why I don't watch college basketball. They all just pooped on their pants.
First undefeated team to lose in the championship game since Larry Bird. Indiana State. And I told you about Gonzaga. They've never won shit their entire life, and it just showed their worst game of the season. Fuck off, Gonzaga. Back to irrelevancy.
Ray, did you watch the game?
I was in bed.
I figured you were. We were texting you. You weren't responding.
I know. I saw it. One of the texts had me dying laughing when I woke up at like 5 this morning.
Which one?
I don't know. I have to go back and look.
By the way, congrats to Baylor. You earned it.
Yeah, congrats.
They were fucking good.
And
They
they
were
lost
good.
good. They lost games for COVID this year too, and they were bringing it up where they have been one of the best teams ever.
They
know,
shot
they
the
went-
lights out,
oh,
and
they were
they just took
disgusting.
it to them. Like their energy was better. They were bullies. They were just like, it wasn't close. The
I
entire
watched
thing.
all of 46 seconds of that game last night. It was great to see. Congrats, Baylor.
Cool, Bill.
Good for you, Bill. That's a blatant lie because I asked you, "Do you watching the game?" You said, "No, I'm watching the Bruins lose in overtime," which was
Great
midway
segue.
through the first. Beautiful segue. Bruins lose again in overtime. Bill, you were watching this one, so go ahead. After you sparked that fucking.
Patrice Bergeron made the worst play I've ever seen. I told you to go back and look at that video. He just fell down, and it was basically a breakaway. It was a Vladar had no chance. I mean, again, you blew bad penalty. Jeremy Lazon under 6 minutes to go, and then you gave up power play goal 21 seconds in to tie it right there, and that was it. You have nothing, and you can't score shit. Can't score shit, and this is a Philly team that you're 5-0 against this year. This is a Philly team. Is the reason you have a stranglehold on fourth place is because you beat Philly so many fucking times this year. You need to win these games, and now going in, there you go, Philly tonight with a rookie goalie. Scary. You
Yeah.
can't lose.
Less
these
than a
games.
week
They're-
before, but a week for a trade deadline. So hopefully we start making some moves.
Yeah,
You
so
got
some interesting rumors are still flying around. You got Palmieri, who's benched in New Jersey, going to get moved. You got Taylor Hall, who's benched in Buffalo, going to get moved.
No, thank you.
The Bruins have been linked to both these guys. Bill, you said it's the latest heavy rumors with New Jersey, who's would be sending Palmieri, and what's the defenseman?
Kulker or something
Yeah,
like
who's a
that.
top 4 guy, probably not a top pairing guy, but a top 4 kind of underachieving
No offensive guy.
30-year-old.
Yeah, no offense anymore. He's old past that, but you don't really need offense. You have McAvoy and Grizzly playing lights out in that first pairing. You need a guy that can basically slide in with Brandon Carlo, and this is a guy who can do it. But you have nothing out of that fucking these rookie guys, and it's showing. You're losing games because of them too. So
I would just say the ask on that was a first and a prospect and whatever it's going to take.
If you
to
can get both of those guys for a first and a prospect, say like a lower level scoring guy,
it's a good deal.
That's a
fine.
good deal just for a
Look,
first.
no problem. But that will be 4 years in a row, Ray, that they trade a first round pick and don't get it to the Stanley Cup. That's not going to put them in the Stanley Cup. You're going to trade another first round pick for a middling wing player to fail in the second round. It's not what I want. I want them to flip the fucking roster. I want you to take Jake DeBrusk and all these young guys that are never going to be what you want them to be and go send them for more young guys that might be what you want them to be in a new system. That's what I want. I want you to flip the bottom of the roster. I don't want to do what you've been doing for 6 years in a row just to see the same fucking thing happen again. It's Einstein's definition of insanity. The same thing over and over with nothing changing.
Yes, especially with these guys' last hurrah, pretty much. They say it every year that, these guys, Marchand, Bergeron, Krejci, they're all like on their last leg of their career. They're all up in their mid to early 30s. They don't have much time left. So you need to win now. Time to win now. Take these guys, like you're saying, DeBrusk, Frederick. They aren't doing anything. Trade them. Get whatever you can. But you got to bring some players in that you can put the puck in the net. And that's what you need right now.
Like Palmieri on the second line. Ooh, you bumped Craig Smith down to the third. That's where he belongs. Craig Smith didn't do shit on the third line at the beginning of the season to start the year. He hasn't done shit all season. Like, I just don't
but you have at least a little chemistry with him and Charlie Coyle there. And you have, again, put a sniper against Krejci. You need some kind of scoring. I mean, the price on a lot of these guys is going to be a lot higher, especially like Ekholm and all these guys I mentioned before. They got term. You could probably 2 first-round picks or a high-level prospect. I would love for him to trade Jake DeBrusk. They're fucking afraid to. I would love it. You need something like this, and they should not look at goalie because I've liked what I've seen in Dan Vladar right now. So you get Havlik back, Halak, I should say. I don't know why I mess up his stupid name.
It's hockey names. We all mess them
up. I know, but you can.
Dumb.
Yep, that's right. That's a fact. But I think he's looked very serviceable. Like considering what we saw in Tampa last year in the playoffs, right now he looks like he could play a lot more games than Halak can. And you're going to see Swayman up right now. So, I mean, you get a lot of good if he comes out and shuts down Philly, who's a good scoring team, I mean, that should take you out of the running for a goalie. And then because Tuukka's done, so bye-bye.
You're the only one saying that, though. Everyone else is saying that he still has a chance to come back this season.
Everyone's putting a real big question mark around it. Fluto.
I never said he was done for the year. I said I read rumors.
Yes, you did.
No,
you
Ray
did.
Rich said it was. I said he's got a back injury and he could be done. That was.
I wrote a blog at superminesportshow.com that said the quest is over with a heavy heart. Because it is. Tuukka's not.
He's got a back injury, so they don't know.
Here's what I'll say. Here's my positivity spin on the Bruins. They were the best team in hockey a year ago with pretty much the same exact roster, with the best, if not one of the best goaltenders in the league in that year. As much as you want to shit on Tuukka in 2019, I always get my years missed. What the year before COVID, 2019, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Bill. How many times did Bill say he was a Vezina Trophy winner? Ray. He
was
fucking. He should have, and then the bubble he bitched out, and we understand all of that. Here's what I'll say about this team: if they can add, this Palmieri deal, and if you can get one of these young kids to get hot, we've seen it before. We've seen it before with the Blues with
Bennington,
who's nowhere now. Nice, right?
He's
Way
still
to go.
there, but yeah, he's still there.
Yeah, but who is he now? He's a Stanley Cup winner. He's not playing like that. That's my point. If Vladar or even the Swayman kid, even the Swayman kid, who knows? Crazier things have happened. That's how a lot of teams win Stanley Cups. And
did the Penguins do that?
Tuukka never done it. So
yeah,
Matt Moore. Yeah, he was on like a cheap deal because that was the years they had Phil Kessel.
Yeah, Phil Kessel.
So to say, if you want to throw a positive spin at the Bruins, that's what mine would be. You add to the roster, you give them a little more depth, and hopefully one of your young goalies gets crazy hot. That's it. That's your line. It's very, very thin. It's a very thin little needle hole, dick hole you got to put yourself through to be competitive for the Stanley Cup this year. But you can. I mean, you got good enough talent up top.
Yeah, Vladar stood on his head last night too. He made a couple real nasty saves. I like this kid a lot now.
Speaking of standing on their heads, nope. Celtics play the 76ers tonight. Tonight as we record on Tuesday. Embiid probably here it is. Embiid probably dropped 50 on someone's head. As much as Rob Williams has been playing well, and he has been playing really well, he doesn't match up with
Embiid's on another level. Yeah.
He doesn't have the body type. I mean, Embiid's not athletic and a rim jumper. He's a old school low post.
He can shoot a 3 too. Robert Williams can't defend at the 3-point line.
If you
especially
watch
against
the
Embiid.
Sixers games against the Celtics earlier this season, Embiid abused Tice.
Yeah.
Abused him. And Tristan
Thomas.
Thompson.
Yeah.
They're like 6 inches shorter though. And so is, I mean, Rob Williams might have some length and might be able to affect him a little bit, but he's not big enough. He's just not big enough.
Watch the Celtics come out and crush them tonight.
They might. Evan Fournier's out of the roster, out of the lineup for a week, I think, with player safety protocol.
COVID.
So that's not.
What
good.
quarter does Tatum quit on?
First.
Ooh, first quarter. Wow. I would say second. Midway through the second, he quits.
Midway through the second's a good bet.
Yeah.
3 minutes into the
they'll
game.
make a strong push in the third.
Doesn't get the jump ball, just fucking, I'm done.
Fuck this shit. I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
Here's a Twitter question for Ray.
Ooh.
I saw this on Twitter. Would the Celtics have beaten the Heat last year if they had Evan Fournier instead of Gordon Hayward?
Yeah, because he would have played.
There it is.
He would have, yeah, and he's a better player. Cause fuck yeah, I think
He would have played. That's the answer. Lastly, before we go, Paul Pierce is fired by ESPN for pimping on Instagram, and he's gloating. He's
Dude, did you see
gloating
the
like
videos?
a motherfucker.
Oh my god, did you see some of more 50 Cent posted some of the videos? He's like, "Fuck ESPN, they're gonna fire me. Fuck them." Fuck them. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Dude, he was
dude,
playing
I
for
love
that.
it.
He was playing for that severance pay, man.
Yeah.
They must have cut him a check to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
for,
fuck ESPN. Yo, shake them titties, girl. Fuck ESPN. Shake them
Roll the
titties.
blunt.
Shake them titties for Paul.
Paul Pierce. What did he get? He got a $500,000 or $250,000.
$250,000
offer to
from
go.
Cam Soda.
There you go. There it is. Next coach of the Boston Celtics, Paul Pierce. All right, this has been the Simple Minds Sports Show, Wednesday edition, April 7th. We'll see you on Friday, and Thursday's interview is with, who are we talking to tonight?
Declan Cronin.
Ooh, yeah, Declan Cronin, a right-handed hard thrower from the White Sox system. So tune in tomorrow and Thursday for that interview. Bye-bye.
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 Oh, I mean, toodaloo, motherfuckers.
Toodaloo. Paul Pierce. Attaboy.
Fuck Boston Celtics coach. Run for president. I'd vote for him.
I'd vote for a block of cheese at this point.
You hungry?